I picture myself more as a preservationist. I don't like to see old things tore down.
Here, here.
So I remember all this, the heritage things and so forth, because I think they are of value. Glen Canyon. The water went down for a while and exposed the cathedral in the desert up in Escalante Canyon. And out of that came a number of spurring new organizations. Here in Moab and one in Salt Lake City, saying, hey, we got to take a new look at Glen Canyon Dam, or the Glen Canyon. Specifically, we got to get rid of that Glen Canyon Dam. The dam.
The dam.
Or let the water go around it. Let's restore Glen Canyon. And I've had a problem. I started doing this with the Sierra Club down here. We organized a group at Sierra Club. One of our biggest things is get rid of the dam, or at least let the water flow. We organized a group that we was opposed by the chapter of Salt Lake, the Utah chapter, because they didn't want us to get into that preserve Glen Canyon, restore Glen Canyon, that type of thing. I'm no longer a member because they took it away from us, but I feel if something is so worthwhile to preserve, you fight for it. Whether you have to go up and stand in front of a machine or whatever, in my mind, it's worth it. Right now we have a fellow up in Salt Lake, Tim DeChristopher.
Yay.
I love the guy.
Yeah.
I've talked to him 3 times now. His trial is going on. You know who he is, all of you?
Yeah.
Tim DeChristopher, who went and bid for
Oil and gas.
Yes.
Yeah, at the auction.
Did a little monkey
for grilling
wrenching.
permits.
Yeah.
And he
Different
didn't have
kind
any
of monkey
money.
wrenching.
Different kind of monkey wrenching.
He didn't have any money at all, you know. He didn't have I bid $1 million for this or $1,000 for, I don't know. But I like that because here was a guy I felt was a grassroots. He did something spontaneous. When the other groups were suing, maybe the Grand Old Broads and whatnot with them, I applaud that. But then I come down again. There has to be individuals that says, I don't want it. I know what Tim DeChristopher was saying. I remember, I know what he was talking about. He was down here on the stage in Moab, telling what inspired him to do this. It was really great because I felt that same damn thing when my little escapades and whatnot. But you start something, and the Spirit leads you on to the next stage, and to the next stage, and there you are, a lot of shit and problems. Then you have to say, am I going to do it? Or am I not? Tim DeChristopher decided to go to that next deal. And I remember when my horse was going up this trail up there, they were up there, they were chaining. You know what chaining is? Yeah, you all know chaining. Yeah. 2 big Caterpillar tractors, this one over here, and that one. And then between the 2, they got these great big anchor chains, and they're just going, mowing those old things down, going over the Indian ruins and blah, blah, blah. And I felt that, what DeChristopher did. I felt it as I going up with my little Appaloosa horse up on the Amasa back, finding those damn things to mowing all
It's
those
an ounce of that.
things down. Big forest just going. Well, my horse, thank God I had a great horse. I tried to hold him back. But boy, he just was, he went all the way and stood in front of those big machines. And that horse, he just stopped. He started bucking. I said, okay, let me off. Before the, I was going to say stop of it. Before the
Law enforcement.
police and so forth, BLM, they come. But as DeChristopher was talking, what made him do what he did? I said, don't made. It caused him to do those things. I said, oh boy, that's exactly what I said. What next? Once you started, yeah, it's really hard to stop. And, but we don't have to get that far. We can permeate all these meetings, and that's important. And you're doing it.
Yeah.
You get it before it gets to a point where they can't pull back.
Right.
They can't pull back. I mean, they're great people in the government. I don't know how many of the others have worked in the service, but I had to applaud so many of the employees that wants to do the right thing out there, the BLM and the Forest Service and Park Service and whatnot. I've been in so many meetings all these years and committees and so forth. It's the same thing, you know. Here's a little contingent wanting to preserve something. And I think that's where we get into it. We mingle with, we make friends with all these people. They're the ones that are going to make decisions. And I really, you know, the game of politics is a game of compromise. We forget this. This is where Earth First, I think. We don't compromise. We don't have to compromise on the lower R level. Somewhere as it goes up the ladder, there's a lot of compromising goes on. They're going to compromise. That's the name of the game. That's a democratic deal. But we don't compromise down here. We go out and we say, am I ready to get on the stage? Yeah. We say what we feel.